Good morning, guys. Rajni from Sashakt Empowering Lives. So, welcome to the second lesson of behavior correction. So, in the previous lesson, we spoke about what is basically the origin of the behavior. Is it sensorily driven or is it to manipulate the parent? So, how do you identify that? So, the second video now that today I'm doing is on once you are clear that it is a not a sensorily driven behavior, and the behavior is because of a desire to want something, then what do? So let's get started immediately. Yeah, so basically once you figure out that a behavior is happening because of the fact that a kid wants to cry, manipulate you and get what he wants, or to run away, or to not want to sit, first thing is the what's in it for me principle. You make it a little lucrative for the child. Now that's where the concept of reinforcers come in. Yeah, you want the child to do something which he doesn't want to do. Yeah, so the first thing you do is you set very clear boundaries. All right, you make a visual schedule. Our next video will be on visual schedule, how to make a visual schedule. I'll make a actual visual schedule and put it up for everyone to see how you can do it. So that will be the next one. Before the visual schedule, I'm going to talk about how are you going to ensure that the kid at least sits. Yeah, now when children are very early on in autism, and at very young age, early on in their journey in autism, children are not they don't have sitting tolerance. They will not sit at a place to do any work. They will be all over the place, and they will use their crying as a weapon and cry their way out of any situation. That's the time when we need to be teaching them how to sit at a place and how to work. And for doing that, we will use reinforcers. Okay, so first thing, we will structure the environment. Number one, we will structure the environment, which means we will find a corner. So we can make the child sit at that place, maybe the intersection of two walls, and have a table in front of the kid. So if the kid is very young, try sitting the kid on the floor with the table in front and you towards the other side, or maybe if the kid is too disruptive, then the kid in your lap and the table in front, and your material, whatever you want to work, or your reinforcers by your side. Please ensure that it is not so easily available to the kid that he can grab his hand and get it. So he will not do what you want him to do. He will just grab his hand and get it. So instead of that, keep it slightly away that he can see, and then you say first this, then this. Make sure if you're doing a sorting activity, you must have your sorting trays in place. You must have your things in place. Whatever you want the kid to learn, if you want the kid to learn colors, you must have your color tray in place. Whatever way you are doing, things must be already stacked. Then you make the kid do a very small activity for a very small time and put a timer, and you do and you say stop. The minute you say stop and you say you want to play with this, there you go, and you give the kid something to play with. Okay, after a few, not few minutes, that will be too much, like about 2 minutes, you say okay, work time, play time, over. You pull up what you had given and put it away. This is inviting trouble. Kid will shout his or her lungs out, yeah, that I want that particular thing, and this is where the training happens. So you will say no, first this, then this, finish this, you get this. That's when you put whatever you want to put right in front of the kid, okay, and say here you are. So but then you must have your activity structured. So if you say okay, mama will go and find out and get, or mama will pick it up from the drawer, the kid will be gone by then. So don't do that. Say, not say, keep it ready by your side. So the minute you pull it out and you say no, we have to finish this, you put in front, give physical prompt, make the kid do excellent, mera acha bacha, this, that, lots of praise, lots of good words to the kid. Very good, finish, Here you go. You can play with it. Your work is done. And give the reinforcer to the kid. Every time in the name of reinforcer, I'm just picking up the full basket and presenting it. I will show you the different kinds of reinforcers that we are using that work with children and also give you some ideas. But first, let me just do this brief on how do you use reinforcers and how do you structure your environment and how do you structure your time. Do not sit with a very young kid for something like 20 minutes. It will not work. Yeah, he will cry and cry and cry, and eventually you'll lose all steam, and then you'll say it doesn't work. And he will learn that I can cry and get away. So use auditory hacks. You could have a ghanti, tan, like the one in school, yeah, and it would go at exactly the same time at which it's going every day. You know, there's a reason why schools have a fixed time and the ghanti and everything, yeah, the bell. So if it is 7:40, then the bell will ring at 7:40 and kids will come out of the assembly, you know, come out of the classrooms for assembly, like I'm talking the pre-corona times. So similarly, you have a fixed schedule. So again, in continuation to this video, in the coming week, we'll talk about how do you have a visual schedule. So then you can have these strategies plus the visual schedule and structure it. First thing is, please don't sit the kid in a place from where he can run away. Okay, so only a corner of the room is a good idea. Don't sit the kid on a high chair because sometimes they're scared and they will fall and stuff. And if they're making too much noise and then you are also scared that, you know, he's going this way, that way, he will fall or she will fall. Put them on the floor. It's safe. Put them to a corner. Block them with a table. Don't keep anything on the table that they can flip and throw, so that by the time you go to pick it up, they have just crawled over and they're gone. So don't let that happen. Let them sit and have your stuff ready and do a lot of noise. You know, oh, very good, this, that, yes, abhi ye denge, abhi wo denge. You want this? Okay, fine. You want this? If that's a very young kid. For older children, of course, I'll just very quickly brief you through the various reinforcers that have worked very well with us, and you can also use those. So like this, first you structure the workplace, then you structure the timing, so you have a proper set, so and then you structure the work also. Put 2 bindis. We start here, we end here. For slightly older children where they have to write. Okay, for children where, you know, so you have to just get them to match 2 things, match or color or follow an instruction. There you don't do bindi, you simply do okay, done, finish or show. यहाँ तक करेंगे, this one, just this one puzzle tray, okay, done, finish, no more, finish, last piece, okay, done, finish. Here you can have your toy. Like this you will structure. Have these small intervals of work in the entire of the day. You could have 2, 3, 4. So you will say work time. The first week is going to be difficult because the kid will cry every time you sit the kid down. But 1 week later, the kid knows this is my corner, this is where I sit, this is how I work, I don't get up, I don't run. The kid will get, you know, will begin to shape up and get in place and expect the work. Also, try for a week at stretch to keep the work safe. So one puzzle tray and the next one after that and the writing one and whatever one. See, you have to plan accordingly. It should be very mechanized. So you're finishing one, you're keeping aside. You're picking up next one, like very good, excellent, good job, go. It should be high intensity. It should not be low intensity. You're trying to work and you get a phone call and you say, hello, hacha, ha. The kid is gone by that time. Or you're like, oh my God, doodh nikal gaya. Now you're running to the kitchen and the kid is gone. No. You have to, you know, even if required, switch off the bell, the doorbell, so that nobody troubles you. So those 15 minutes have to be high intensity. Keep the phone away or put it on silent or whichever way. Get the kid to follow you, okay? And not much, only 5-10 minutes. With lots of praise followed by lots of games. Okay, so this is how you get the kid to sit down at a place and listen to you and do the work. Before you start with this, make a timetable that in the morning I will sit from 10 to 10:20, These are the activities I will do. I will do coloring, I will do tracing, I will do sorting, whatever it is that you are doing. Then I will again sit with the kid at 12. Then these are the activities. Over the weeks, I am going to be adding what all work you will do with the kid. So I'll make videos on what all work you do with the kid. That also I will add. But for today, I'm telling you how to structure the environment, how to get the kid to sit at a place, finish the work, and only then get up. If still, in spite of everything, kid gets up, physically follow through. Go behind the kid, pick him up, sit him down in your lap and say, no, we finish work, we get up. We don't go without finishing work. So first week will be painful, but slowly it will settle in. Okay, so here goes the reinforcers. Yeah, I'll very quickly run you through stuff like this. Light and sound toys. Yeah, finger puppets. Ho 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 ho. The horse said, yeah, I am coming. And you tickle the kid. Okay? Okay, I think it's going to sing the full song. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, light and sound toys like these. You could have movement toys. Yeah, you want it? Yes. Okay, go again. Ooh. Chahiye? Ye kar. So, like this. Okay. Some moving toys. This I cannot. It's a pull back toy, so you pull it and it will go forward. So stuff like that. Right now I cannot put it on the floor because I'm showing you animals. Some children love animals. You need to find out what is it that your kid will like and then have your toys accordingly. Helicopter. These toys, okay. The kitchen set. Now there's one very unusual toy I have. This is a duster, and a lot of children, they love this duster thingy. Of course, get a new one. Don't do a used one. But you do this and you do this and you do this, and they're happy. They're happy, and you're like, you want more? You want more? You want more? Jiggly wiggly. You want here? You want here? First, do your work. Okay, so this also works well. Then you could give them stuff like this. This also works well. I'm not deliberately not switching it on because it will make all the noise and I'll have to wait for it to shut up. So all the noise making toys. You could use puppets. They love it. Ho 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 ho. Greenie. Greenie will come and tickle you. Greenie will come and tickle you. You want tickling? Yes. You want bubbles? So you do bubbles, you do tickling, you do Greenie telling a story. Greenie is coming. Greenie is swimming. They love it. And they will do work for all of this. Okay, these are stones. It's very strange, but some children just absolutely love playing with this. So you can give, bowls to sort it. You will be surprised to see the kind of things that kids will like as a reinforcer. And if you are seeing each of the toys that I'm showing you, these are hardly like what? 60 bucks, 70 bucks from the local markets. These are not very expensive toys, and I never encourage parents to pick up super expensive big toys, because if the kid rejects it, which the kid will, 8 toys out of 10 or 9 toys out of 10 the kid will reject, but one thing he will hold on to, and that's your reinforcer. Okay, so your fidgets. Hey, wow, nice, you try this, it's good. Want it? Want it? Okay, let's put it on the table. Oh, close. You want it again? You want it again? Put it on the table. Yay, it's working. Yeah? All the drama you had to do. Simply you say, okay, take this plate. Kid is not interested. Generates the energy around it so that it's like, oh my god, wow, what is this? It's good. Yeah, like that. So you could have these. Sorry for being clumsy. You could have these drums. Let the kid explore what they want. But you could have these. Again, this is a 60 rupee toy and it's a favorite with many of my very young early intervention kids. It's full of colors. So while I'm giving them a free time, I'm also reinforcing colors. I'm like, okay, touch yellow. Yeah, like that. So, apart from these, then there are laser toys. This makes an impact on the wall. I don't know if I can show this. Yeah, so it makes an impact when you do it on the wall. They love it. They love it. Yeah, so you could switch off the light and you could do these again. 70-80 bucks toys, nothing very expensive. Then such kind of, you roll it and you leave it and go ten, like that. It goes with all the light and sound. Then rattles, of course, I showed you. Colors. I'm trying to see something different, something unusual. These also work very well with children. These fruits and vegetables, and you have a pizza, the full pizza packet, and you have a knife and you cut it. So they love such kind of things. And these kind of things, I could not pull out more stuff. If you can see, all of that behind me are reinforcers. So this one is a very interesting reinforcer. I would really want to show you. I picked it up from a local market. These were a pack of erasers. They are same in color, and I picked up 10 packs, so that made a total of 100 erasers. Yeah, so like these different colors. So kids love these. They like to sort them, they like to stack them. So anything can be made into a reinforcer. The glittery number cards, even those, if there is a kid who likes it, then you could use. There's clay, then there are various board games. So depending upon what the kid will like, you will have to see what the kid likes, and then you will have to keep that kind of reinforcer with the kid. Simply saying, I sit with the kid and I give chips and I give Coke and I give kurkure, but he still doesn't sit. I give cake piece and he's not interested. They outgrow all of this in no time, and then you're hunting for more, you're looking for more. So the best thing to do is keep visiting the stationery shops and tell the guy, below 100 show me stuff, 50s and 60s show me stuff, and he will give you stuff like these, so that even when in a week's time the kid doesn't want to look at it, you got more stuff. Yeah, then you got poppets. I have lost my poppet because kids love it so much. I don't know where they kept it, my students. So they keep popping it and you go push, 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 push. So a kid who was still not verbal, and we kept doing push, 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 and he turned around one day and said push, push. I said yes, push. So they will help in all possible ways. Help the kid to stay connected, to stay glued to the work, and the kid will learn that there is a discipline. That the only time I get access to all these goodies is when I complete the work that my teacher has given me. Unless we give the kid this awareness, we are not doing justice to the kid, because then they will be we will be at their mercy. Some of the children also love this. It's a simple sand clock, but they keep looking at it and they want it, so we make it as a reinforcer. Anything that the kid will love is what we will make it into a reinforcer, just like I showed you this. This is also a reinforcer for one of my kids. So if they like it, it's a reinforcer. Yeah, so you will have the reinforcers ready. You will keep on rotating the reinforcers, but not the timings. And give huge social praise. Please, 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 people, avoid food reinforcer as far as possible, because then the kid begins to manipulate and blackmail. Unless you give me that chip, I will not work. That's not what we want. So try to avoid food reinforcer. There are times when you absolutely cannot avoid and the kid will work with food, then you have to do it. But try to avoid it. There's enough in the market. I gave you just a little bit of example. There's enough around. Just go looking for reinforcers and get the kid to be interested in you. That this one's, and one big reinforcer is nursery rhymes on the mobile and various other things, but keep changing that, otherwise it will become a rigid pattern. And already we are at 19 minutes. This video will have problem getting uploaded, so I will have to stop here. May each kid win. Thank you so much. Get your reinforcers, get in the action mode, crack it, get the kid to learn to sit down and do their work. Thank you. Bye-bye.